Alright guys, look, episode number 2, Rappin with Russo, talking sports. I try to come up with some topics. This is my second episode. I could always use a little help in things that you guys might want to hear from the orifice that's before your eyes here. Only so that I could give you guys better oral, which is kind of difficult since you've already told me that I give the best oral on YouTube, no? But look, chime in, let me know. I'm very knowledgeable about a lot of things, and if I'm not, well, I get somebody to help me out. But right now, I'm going to talk about this. Football. This is going to be about football. And what I want to know is, from you guys all over the freaking country, who you root for, what you feel your team is going to do this year, and who is going to be the top rookie or some guy that comes out of nowhere and has a marvelous year. But, for example, I'm a New York guy, and I know the other teams pretty much, but, again, not as good as you guys do. I mean, I know my Giants, I know my Jets, and I root for them both, although I am a Giant fan, number one, because that's who my old man used to root for, and, the acorn don't fall too far from the tree, so therefore I was a New York Giant fan also. My father loved defense. He loved the hitting. He used to always have me standing around when the games were on and talk about all the great defenses that the Giants have had through the years. And if you are a fan of football, you know what I'm talking about. Remember the linebacker crew in the 80s. And some of their defensive lines have been marvelous, but there's been injuries sometimes, and therefore shit didn't happen as planned. But now, what kind of year did my Giants have last year? Pretty shitty year, right? Just seemed like they couldn't do anything good. Part of the problem, I think, was the coach. I mean, I think he lost respect. I think he lost it in the locker room. Yeah, they had injuries. They lost all their freaking wide receivers. Eli Manning's getting older. I never was a big Eli Manning fan, although he was better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league. But he always had a good team around him, and that's the key. That's why he won 2 championships also. And remember the catch, David Tyree? I mean, what were the odds of that happening again, huh? But, had a bad year last year, Del Beckham, who, like I said, talent-wise, probably the best you'll ever see. But head-wise, I mean, the guy just doesn't have the maturity to last in New York over a long period of time. And I don't think he's going to be a Giant past this year. Just my 2 cents, right? Sterling Shepard is a good third, slot receiver. He's not a number 1 receiver, but I love him. And Evan Ingram, the rookie tight end from last year, is going to be damn good. So therefore, Eli's got a lot of weapons, especially after we drafted Charles Barkley as the running back. Charles Barkley, yeah, sure. I'm only pulling the leg, guys. At least that's the only thing I'm pulling. But anyway, remember, Barkley is a running back. A running back gets pounded every single play, whether he's running or blocking the ball. And I don't care what kind of bull he may be, when you get those 250-pound linebackers and 300-pound linemen jumping on your ass all freaking game, it's bound to take a toll, okay? But nonetheless, I am very, very excited about Saquon Barkley being in the Giants' backfield this year. Now, Jason Pierre-Paul, he gone. And I don't know my feelings about that because, again, when the first year or 2 that he was in the league, I said, man, Hall of Famer without a doubt. And then when he blew off his freaking hand at a 4th of July party a few years back down in Florida, well, that was the beginning of the end. His pursuit was still there, but he hit the quarterback a few times, but sack-wise, pretty I don't know, pretty poor production, I would say. We signed this guy, that guy Vernon, bought from Florida or whatever. What was it? Tampa, Miami Dolphins. Vernon, and he's good, but you know, I don't see the same things that he showed in Miami. Maybe he's playing out of position. I don't know. We have Snacks Harrison, who's probably the best defensive tackle in the league. So there's promise there. But the Giants need a superstar linebacker that they haven't had in a few years, and that was the big thing about the Giants in the past, their linebacking crew. And I don't even know some of the freaking names of the Giants linebackers over the past years. You know, maybe serviceable players, but they got hurt and therefore, okay? Your secondary, you got Adams Apple playing quarterback, who they say has got his head screwed on straight again this year. And a few other guys that are pretty damn good. But nonetheless, guys, I'm rooting for my Giants, but I just don't think they are Super Bowl material. Now, forget about my Jets, because and I'm not even going to discuss them, because the only thing they got to do is improve their record by a few wins and head in the right direction. And they drafted high and got a decent quarterback, Sam Darnold, whatever the frick you say. So he's the future of the Jets, let's see, okay? But overall, I'm not going to discuss them. So anyway, I've given you a little dissertation about my favorite New York teams. I root for a lot of other teams, like I always was an Oakland Raider fan. Always kind of like the Minnesota Vikings. Never was a big Dallas Cowboy fan. Sorry, Big D. But I did respect them for being the team that they were and all the stars that they had or have, okay? You got a great running back in Ezekiel Elliott, and I hope that Dak Prescott continues to mature. But last, guys, like I've said, football is a very rough sport. You're going to have year-ending injuries to a lot of players in the first half of the year or less. And you just got to hope the rest of the team stays healthy and you got depth. Because therefore, you still got a chance to compete in January, okay? But that's why I kind of like stopped collecting football cards. Even though I will continue to buy some of the retired Hall of Fame guys to just spruce up my PC. But as far as rookies, I'm scared. They go for monster money right out of the gate. And look what happened last year to Dalvin Cook, Deshaun Watson, etc. And young guys always got a way of not panning out. I should know, because I can make you a list of guys that I PC'd in the recent past, like Mike Glennon, Geno Smith, DJ Manuel, Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, Mike Glennon. I mean, so many guys. And I'm not knocking some of the names that I just mentioned, but their prices are nowhere near what they were when they came out, okay? Nowhere near. Again, lost thousands and thousands of dollars, guys. Russo don't play, you know, with a little bit of one or two cards. Whenever he starts something, he goes in full force. So yeah, I got screwed full force too. Anyway, guys, so the topic is what I said. Tell me about your favorite team, where they're going, who's going to be the sleeper, who's your superstar, whatever you want to tell me, and tell the rest of the YouTube communities. And if you want to let me know what you'd like to hear going forward, I'll see if I can accommodate. Have a good one, guys. I love you. Ciao.